doing a caricature. We're going to go over this in class quite a bit, but just to show you the slide, to remind you, the normal human body is around 7.5 head lengths for a caricature, which is really what we're doing. A bobblehead, call it what you want, a Funko kind of character. This is what we're trying to accomplish. So in class, we took one shot of the full body. We also took a close-up shot of the face. So to begin, you're going to open up Photoshop. From there, you're going to open the file which you've put inside your folder. As an example today, I'm going to use this photo. All right. And so what we want to do with this is, first we want to, I brought up the photo, but I'm going to go to File and New to create a brand new file for this project. So when you go to File and New, go to Print Size. We're going to do a tabloid size, which is 11 by 17 at 300 ppi. We're going to hit Create. Once we've done that, I'm going to take the tab up here at the top and separate it so we can see both at the same time. All right, I'm going to go back to this one that I had open. I'm going to take my Move tool and I'm going to click and drag this layer in. Now, when I bring it in, after I bring it in, I'm actually going to close this one out so there's no confusion. So I'm going to hit the red X and close that out. When I do bring it into here, you can see how large this is. So I do want to make it smaller. So in order to do that, I'm going to zoom out quite a bit, Command minus to zoom out. And you should see that bounding box around it here. I'm going to hold Shift. Some of you do not need to hold Shift. You'll see on your computer. Okay, so I'm going to resize it until he fits in frame like this. And I want to give him some space. So I'm going to go like this. Kind of like that. So I resized it. So for you, you're going to resize the one of your body. Now I'm going to do Command 0 and see it like this. So we fit him on the page quite a bit better than before. Okay, great. Now, there is, if you can tell in the background, there is some shadow stuff going on here. I want to get rid of that. I want to cut him out. So first option that we're always going to look at is our AI new functions that have been included in Photoshop. So we're going to hit Remove Background and see how that does the work for us. Give it a few moments. Let's see, there we go, did a pretty nice job there, great. Okay, perfect, so it got rid of the background, excellent. So now what we want to do is go back into the folder and find a picture of your face. So in this case, I'm going to use this image that I found here, just as an example. So again, I'm going to pull it apart so we can see both at the same time. So I want to take his face now and drag his face over onto here, but I don't need his neck. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a selection around him, but only of his face. So first step would be hit Select Subject here on the side. And let's see how well that does for this image. Nice job. Now, I don't need all of him like I said, so I'm going to go up to my toolbar at the top of my screen. I'm going to select a different tool, maybe Polygonal Lasso tool. And I'm going to go all the way up to the top and select the Subtract button from here. And once I do Subtract, I could now make a selection of the part I want to get rid of. So it would be like this. Click. I'm following the edge of his face as best I can. When you get to the little hair pieces, you can be as detailed as you would like. Okay, so I'm going around this area. This is the part I want to get rid of, remember. All the way around, all the way to this side, come back up, and close up where I started. Good, there it is. So I can see that just the face is now selected, and now I want to move the face onto the body. So I switch back to the Move tool, and I click and drag inside, like that. Okay. So the only reason we're using a separate photo is because the quality should be quite a bit better. And if you remember here a moment ago, I showed you that this is supposed to be about 7.5 head lengths. We want to try to get somewhere in that range where the head itself, like this, should be about the size of the body. Now with this guy, the head would be so tremendous, it would be a little bit ridiculous, but I'm going to try to kind of fit it like that. So it's not, this isn't quite the same height as his body, but certainly I think it'll work for him. So somewhere between, you know, let's say 5 and 7.5 head lengths is what it should be. So about the size of the body is what you're trying to do, or somewhere in this range should work nicely. Okay, so things you can do from here to add to this project, right? Because now all you did was make the head bigger so far. What can you do? All right, well, first option is you can go to the word filter at the top. So I'm on the head layer right now, layer 2. I'm going to double click actually over here and just make sure I name this stuff. So let's call it face. Let's call this one body. All right. And then from there, I'm going to go back up to the face layer, click on the face layer, and then I'm going to go to filter, and I'm going to go to where it says liquefy. Great. Now, here in liquefy, there are lots of options on the left-hand side where you can really mess and warp with pixels. You can reconstruct, you can smooth, you can swirl, you can do these pucker and bloat kind of things. But down towards the bottom here, there is a face tool. So that's what I want you to click on to try here. When you click the face tool, now as you start to go near the face, you'll see some icons kind of show up. And when the icons show up over the eyes, over the head, over the mouth, over the nose, you can click and drag to change any of these dimensions of the face. So if you want to exaggerate, which is something we talked about in this project, you can. If you want the eyes to be larger, you can. Smaller, you can. You can make them to the left, to the right, you can scale them. You can rotate them so you can change the angle of the eye, okay? So that's all stuff that you can change for the nose, mouth, and eyes of this. I'm going to hit cancel, but you can do that. That's one of the options. The last and final option really is we want to add things to this. So what do we want to add? We want to add anything you want. So you have two options. You can go online and you can find stuff like, let's say I want to put a Nick's hat on him. I could take this file that I find online and drag it into my Photoshop document, and then from there, same sort of a thing. I can do remove background. I could take the hat now and I could try to put it, I could keep it small, or I could make it big, of course, and I could put it, on him. If you do one of these kind of things and you find you need more space on top, like it's getting cut off, you can always go to image, canvas size, hit the little bottom arrow here. If you wanted to go up top, you hit the bottom arrow and you can increase the height. So I could go, make it like 24 inches instead. And now it gives me more space to have the hat in there, okay? But you can add the hat, totally fine. What else could you do? You can add something like, I don't know, a gold chain, right? Drag that in. Once you drag that in, you could do the same thing, remove background. And then we could take this and try to put this, on him in some way. Okay. Things like that. Now, the last and final piece to this that will really make it interesting for you is that you can use some more AI features that Photoshop has inside. So what you do is you go to one of your tools like lasso or polygonal lasso. You go over to what you have and you can draw a selection around any area. So if I go like this and I draw a selection of this area of the face, what happens is you get that little bar that comes up right here that says generative fill. Okay. You go to generative fill, you click generative fill, and then you give it a prompt. So what do you want to see? I want to see multiple teardrops, falling from his face or something like that. I don't know. Try it out. Okay. It's going to take a few moments in Photoshop for this to do it. You might have to change your prompt. You might have to redo it. But one of the interesting things that I like about Photoshop, the way that they work this, is that you notice here it's coming up on its own layer here. Now, I don't see much of anything appearing here. Let's make it move to the top. No. I think one mistake that I made is I was all the way at the bottom underneath everything. If you zoom in, you can see it a little bit. I see some like droplets. Yeah, it's okay. So I made one mistake. Where's the mistake? You have to be at the top layer when you try to do your selection of the area. So if I go like this, and I would do that same thing, generative fill, add tear drops, falling from face. All All right, so we'll let this do its thing. You have to be at the top layer. That was my mistake. I didn't see where I was when I started the initial prompt. And then once it generates it for you, it's going to give you 3 options. So we'll show you how to scroll through those 3 options. So you can use anything you find online, or you can use the AI features to add whatever you want to your caricature. Here we go. So there's 1, and then you see this little arrow here. You can do 2 or 3 to find the one that you'd like. Let's see what it looks like from far away. Okay, not too bad. A little fake looking for sure, but that's okay. Okay, and then in the background, when you are done with this whole thing, right now it has a white background. What can you do for the background? Now, it works the same as what you put on your character. You can go and you can find whatever kind of background you'd like. You could do a Pixabay thing where you go to the Pixabay website and go to photos, and once you get to photos, you could look up whatever you want, city, street, or something else like this kind of thing is fine, right? And you would click it and you would download it, and after you download it, you could drag it and drop it and put it into here, right? So you can put it up, go to your downloads, find the image, open it up, separate it, take the move tool, drag and drop in, and then just move it to the bottom and resize it. All right, and that could be his background. That's totally fine. Or you could use some of the AI functions. That's fine as well. The last step, which I'm not going to include in the video, is how to do a drop shadow for him, because I think it's going to make the video a little too long. So just see me in class for the drop shadow before you put your tag on to the project.